I made a friend group strength calculator, which basically lets you create a graph of all your friends. Let's put a few friends in here. Let's do like 5 friends. And then with these friends, I can then create edges by clicking on 2. It'll create a directed edge. I can then I can add a weight. So this should be a number between 1 and 10. And basically what this is supposed to represent is how close you are to the friend. And it's a directed arrow so that you can have one going both ways. So maybe I don't feel super close to Joe, but Joe feels really close to me. We want to be able to reflect that. And then let's say Bob is really close to Joe. Arnold is close to Steve. Steve is close to Bob. And now we have this cool little graph. It has cute little visuals where it kind of jostles around as I move things in the space. And then what I can do is I can calculate the strength. And what I'm doing here is I'm calculating the max flow through this graph where you say the capacity is 10 for each, first I'll just calculate the max flow starting at any node and ending anywhere else. So for every pair of start and end nodes, I get the max flow and I take the maximum of all those. So in this case, that's 8. And it looks to be starting here. You send out 8 and then you go 8 here. And then the 40 is the best possible flow you can have in this situation is every node connects to every other node. And there'll be 4 outgoing nodes and each of them will be 10. And so you'd have 40 would be your maximum. And so this is saying your strength is 20% of what it could be. So it's 20% of the ideal. And then what it does is it finds the minimum cut. So it finds the edges that are really tying the group together. And if it shows you if these get removed, then the group falls apart. So this could be fun for analyzing your friend groups, but it could also be more useful for potentially looking at like a business or some social group where you want to have some sort of productivity. Then the numbers could actually represent something besides how close you are. It could represent like information flow or productivity flow, and then you could still see like what's kind of the most valuable and also what's less valuable to the overall flow. And you can also see your percent, what percent you're performing at. So if I'm a company and my percentage flow is 20%, I can be like, hey, we need to really improve that. And here's some areas we can do that. Like Joe and Arnold can really get their act together over here. So yeah, this is up publicly at joshrincescodes.github.io/friendgroupgame. And love if you want to, then check it out. So yeah.